What's going on, guys? This is Corey from Deadsick Airsoft, and today I'm going to be showing you the best patrol bag you can buy for EMERSON on a budget. Let's get into it.
Citizens of the digital age, welcome.
So guys, you've probably seen this bag in the Shooter CB gear unboxing. Cannot remember the name. It is an, oh actually I have it here, an EMERSON 21 litre City Slim backpack. To be honest, this is probably the best patrol bag I have ever found in, ever. I'll probably just go in, give it kind of a run through of it, and give you why I really like this bag. So, let's get into it. Right, so from the back, I have no idea what this compartment is. I have this bag probably about nearly going 2 months, and still don't know what the actual point of it is, because you can't really get really anything into it, so I don't know why it's there. But you do actually have a plate in the back here to line up your back. This is a really good addition to the bag. There's a lot of kind of cushioning here to support your lumbar area and your upper back around your shoulders. But when this is zipped up and I have this all closed, that plate almost acts like a barrier between the actual contents of your bag and your back. So when I put this on, actually I probably should show you here. You can see here, if I have you on camera, you can see the way that sticks out. That really presses against your back and keeps the whole bag straight and stops any of the kind of bits sticking out of the bag that might be kind of belled out and bulged out. It stops them from pressing into your back. And to be honest, I wouldn't even know there was a bag on my back. I can obviously feel the weight because I don't have this all cinched down, because I have literally all my stuff in here. This is like my standard day bag. I would have brought this, if anyone knows me in real life, you would have seen I would have used this bag for the longest time. Put all my kind of bits that I keep, like my grenades, my CO2, my BBs, all my stuff would have went into that bag. But now this is my new bag. I can literally fit everything in my big duffel bag and that small bag all into this one. So this is how good this bag is. So as I said, that plate kind of separates the bag from your back and stops it from kind of hurting you. So if I take this off, I'll give you that look now. I'll kind of run through a few little problems. There's not many problems, just a few things that are just a bit weird. I just thought, why are they hanging off? The two clasps that connect the bag and keep it really kind of secure onto your chest along the straps, they're kind of almost like on a molly system. They kept coming off of me, so I literally just went, oh, here, I just taped them over. So now they won't come off. That's probably the best position for me, so I just taped them on so they won't move. This bag, when I had a look at this in the video, I was kind of like, oh yeah, it's great. But then when I actually sat down and had a look at this bag, there were so many pockets in this bag. It's actually unbelievable. Going to the back here, this is where it's kind of like a really small compartment right at the top, really kind of easy to find. I just keep kind of a few safety items. I don't know how this is a safety item. This is just a knife I have. It's not really going to help me unless, you know, I don't know. And I'll keep my own little personal first aid kit. I am not medically trained. I don't have any first aid training at all. So I just like to keep a few things just to keep myself going. Small little first aid kit with bandages, gauze, just small little bits like that. I tend, at bigger EMERSONs, keep all my stuff in little Ziploc bags and name them. I actually haven't named this thing because I know it's my medical bag. But I like to tend to keep all my food. I'll actually, at EMERSONs, I'll make 5 bags of these with like a sandwich, a pack of crisps, and just something like that, a few biscuits. In these, make 5 of them and have them in my cooking box, and just keep swapping it out during the EMERSON. But I pretty much keep everything in small little freezer bags like this. Mint, just in case, you know, morale boosters, as Airsoft said, they really help you. Paracetamol and Zantac. I think the Zantac. I can't remember what Zantacs were. I think that's just because getting into the summer months, I actually have hay fever, and I just don't stop. I don't know what the Zantac actually is for. I think it's just for my hay fever, because if anyone knows me in real life as well, when I get my hay fever, I just start sneezing. I don't get weird eyes or anything like that. That doesn't happen to me. I just won't stop sneezing. I'll just keep sneezing. It'll actually hurt my throat from sneezing. Really weird. I can't actually stop it unless I take an antihistamine. Moving into the main compartment of the bag, this bag is actually a clam system. So if I was just to go like this, unless I actually open up the clasp, hold on. If I was just to open this bag, I can lay the whole bag out in front of me. I'll actually just bring the bag out just a little bit so you get a better look. I can lay this whole bag out just like this. So in this small kind of like bungee part, I'll keep my bottle of BBs, my pistol in its case, hats, different stuff like that, my kind of cold weather scarf. I think this is, yeah, this is what I'll wear. You probably see me when it gets into the winter months. I've stopped wearing this because it's not cold anymore. This is what I would have wore to keep my face warm. This is actually unbelievable. I always find this funny. I always look like a nun when I wear this. I always find that funny. But this is great. You want to keep your whole head warm. It keeps all the heat in, so you just kind of, you basically bake with that on your head on. It's really, really funny. Hats, all straight and stuff like this. As I did say at the start of this video, I literally have this whole bag set up that I literally do not need to take anything out of it. I could basically carry this and have all my stuff in it. The duffel bag, I'll just keep, like, say, my chest rig, my helmet, and my belt. I'll just go into that, and that's all, because I obviously can't get these into the bag. So pretty much everything I would have had in my small bag literally goes into this now. What's this? I actually forget what pockets are even in this bag. Near the bottom here, I'll keep, this is like my tool compartment. There's actually 2 zip compartments, if you can see here, that you can just kind of separate everything. This isn't one of those bags where you just shove everything into the bottom and you're kind of rummaging through it. You can literally organise this bag flat, lie out on the ground. I've actually done this at Operation Blackveil. I laid this out flat, got all my stuff out, folded it back up and zipped it. It's perfect. You don't need to start trying to stick your hand the whole way down the bag, trying to feel, oh, what's that? Oh, is that my grenade? Oh, is that my toolkit? No, you just open it straight out and you get everything out. As I said, this is such a big bag that I can actually carry my full toolkit. I would have had to leave this in another bag back in the safe zone. I can carry a full toolkit, a multi-tool, and obviously that's not too big. That's like my tool compartment. I'll keep all my tools and certain things to fix my gun or fix things out in the field. Near the top, this is almost like my gaming kind of part of it. I'll keep all my CO2s in the bag. I actually want to show you this as well. This was a cool little tip I figured out in Ballorcan. You've probably seen at Ballorcan I had all of my CO2s taped up. I think I said this in another video, I'm not too sure. But if you want to keep your CO2s from rattling, why put these into the bag? When there's not many in a bag and they start rattling, that makes so much noise in a bag. I found if you tape them, tape 2 of them together and then just put them in different parts of your kit and then keep them, they don't rattle as much. If you keep them away from you and just carry 2 of these at once, it doesn't make any noise really at all. I actually taped 2 of them at a time because when you take off one of them and you use one of them, there's the first one you've left with you has nothing to rattle against, as there's only one left. So I would have carried 2 of these, as I had 2 Thunder Bees going with me, so I had one here and one on my chest. So if one of them went, I just break these in half, put one of them in, and the other one wouldn't rattle against anything. Really cool. I thought that was a really good idea I had in Ballorcan, and I just never heard anything. There was not a single noise off me when I was running around. No, just close that. Going back to here, another LiPo battery. This is a really weird LiPo battery. The 3 cells are split into 3 different parts. I don't know why that's that. It just is. And my speed loader. That all goes into my gaming part. As I said, make sure that everything is separated and nothing gets mixed up with itself. So when I'm finished with this part of the bag, I just fold it up, zip this bit all the way to the top, get the other side, zip the whole way up to the top, and then just do this. Boom, that bag is ready, closed, nothing's going anywhere. On the front, I used to keep this on the back of my other bags, or I would have kept this on the back of my plate carrier, just my name tag. I've talked about that before. Standard American flag I had tied up from Operation Blackveil. We played the task force side of Operation Blackveil, so everything was about being American. I had like American patches everywhere on me, just being patriotic and all stuff like that. I had the American flag in the back. I used to just take that out at the night get it was, I think it was up halfway up the forest. I just took that straight off and was just like waving it everywhere, just like America, America. It was just pretty funny. So yeah, just have really kind of morale, different things, just to make your look and your impression kit really realistic. On the front here, I just have another American patch again, tape, and sometimes I like to keep my medical shears here. They've came out a good few times, so I just stopped putting them here. Where did I put my... What the hell? Did I have that there? Alright guys, just as I'm doing this video, I've only noticed that my red V-light actually got ripped off at Ballorgan about a month or two ago. No idea how I lost that. I shouldn't have actually kept it here really exposed because I knew it was going to get ripped off. But now, as I've just realised, I've lost the V-lights, which is pretty sad. Moving on to the small compartment down here. This is just more of kind of a safety kind of part of my bag where nothing can get bumped off anything or break. I'll keep my glasses case in here with all my glasses. These are my new Daisy US military ones. These are probably the best interchangeable lens glasses I've actually used. They come with the clear ones, the yellow tint, the orange tint, sunglasses, and then polarized, which are like blue and pink. They look pretty weird. They'll probably give you away really quickly if you wore them in a forest or an airsoft. So they're only kind of good for if you're going to use them for different things. I actually used them only there recently for fishing. If you don't know, I actually fish as well. I used them and they work pretty well as polarized glasses. Down here, this is, as I said, one of the old bags I had from EMERSON like 3 years ago. Jeez, that's when I bought them. I bought this for EMERSON back in 2016, my first one, and that's how old they look. Look, they're tattered and all. But this is like my eye cleaning bag. I have all my clean utensils for my glasses and my mesh glasses. I try to avoid mesh as much as I can now because there was a thing that came out only there recently that someone actually had the mesh glasses and they just completely split and the BB hit it. And that's probably not the first time I've heard about. I've heard multiple cases of mesh glasses snapping or allowing the BBs to go into fragments all over your eye. So that's probably like the 7th incident I've heard about. So I've just kind of walked away from mesh and trying just to get clear glasses, as I know there's no little holes in the clear glasses unlike the mesh, so when a BB hits you it just bounces off clean. It won't break against the mesh or like break up against your eye, which is fairly kind of gruesome when you think about it. More little small compartments down here. They're not great. They're more. This is more just for just kind of putting stuff in. They don't. I like just keep all my stuff in zip parts where they can't fall out. As you can see there, they're just kind of like just pockets. They don't really cover anything. Going to the zip compartment, I'll actually keep my GoPro lead for charge my GoPro and a juicer. I normally have another one, but this fairly works well just for just standard skirmishes. I just plug it in here if I can get it in. Oh, wrong way. Yeah, I'll just plug it in, put that into my GoPro, put it into my helmet, and then just leave it to charge for at lunch, and then I can pretty much get through the rest of the day. This small thing here just has 2 other SD cards in it. I like to keep the SD cards clean, away from them falling or getting lost, as the SD cards are probably about that size. If you lose them, that's probably 2 or 3 hours of footage I potentially have lost if I recorded on them, or I've lost probably €20 of an SD card, as I think they're 32 gig, which on GoPro Hero 5, which is I'm recording on now, that gets me about 2 or 3 hours. That's pretty much all I can really say about the actual part of the bag. Up top here, I should have said I would have kept 2 Thunder Beast shells in here at Operation Black Veil. So when I threw one, I probably only used the grenade twice. I used it loads of times actually during the night. I think I used like 7 different of the Thunder Beasts, just throwing them around all night. But I would have kept 2 Thunder Beast shells extra in this part, and it is fairly deep. I can get 2 shells in there. So when I threw a grenade, it popped. I take 1 shell out, break the CO2, put another one in, and then there was no rattle between the CO2 or the 2 of these. So I think that's pretty much all I can say about this bag. This bag was like $55. It is a fairly big price for a repro bag. It actually isn't like $5.11 or a real bag. It's an EMERSON one. It's cheap, It's cheaply made, but it is cheaply made, but I haven't seen anything about like a cheap bag in this. Like you find with kind of cheaper stuff, it's really kind of badly made. It's really kind of low quality. This is fairly high quality. It's really comfortable. And it's very well made. As you can see, that bag looks pretty big, but I literally have everything in that. That's probably just a little bit heavier than what I would have had at Operation Black Veil, but this bag works for me. It might not work for you, but I think this is probably one of the best bags I could have ever bought on a budget. But I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Hope it was informative. But this has been Corey from DeadSec Airsoft. I'll talk to you next time.
DeadSec will give you the truth. Do what you will.